What secrets did your parents wait to tell you until later on in life? A lot of people are finding out interesting paternity things now because of all those DNA tests that you can take.
Oh, yeah. Those DNA tests make some people go, you know what? I don't believe it. I think it's wrong. I'm never doing it again.
Yeah.
They don't like what they find out.
And as a parent, too, there's a lot of times you're partying past. You don't want your kids to know just how wild and crazy you were. In fact, I saw that Snooki is telling her elementary school age kids that she was an actress on the Jersey Shore and that it wasn't a reality show.
She's out of her mind. Come on. Her kids are going to find out the truth eventually.
Well, she said she'll eventually tell them the truth, but right now she's trying to say, I was playing a role. Your mommy was acting. That wasn't my real life.
Yeah, Snooki did want to try to not get as crazy.
Yeah.
She wanted to look like
They told me to act like a hot mess, and then I was that drunk. Mommy wasn't drunk. That's not booze.
Look, Snooki, that's what brought you to the dance.
It is. So that's what she's holding on to until later on in life. So what are the secrets that your parents waited to tell you until later on in life? We're asking on the KVJ Show Facebook page. One of the comments we got was that they were married to other people when I was conceived. I was a drunken cruise hookup mistake that had happened.
Did they stay together after?
And affair, yeah, they've been married 38 years now, so it worked out. But they were married to other people. They met on a cruise. They hooked up, conceived this kid. Didn't say anything because they had obviously dropped bombshells on their real life that they had to get out of a couple marriages. But by the time she was old enough to know what was going on, she had no idea.
Wow, drunk on the... Wow.
That's quite a revelation, huh?
Yeah, dude. Imagine if your mom told you that.
I wouldn't even believe it. Yeah, at this
right
age, be like, wait a minute. So you were married to another dude and you cheated on your husband with my dad? And then you guys got divorced wow. Somebody else said, my mom confessed that she was married before my dad for like 2 years and then got a divorce. So there's a lot of that going on. My dad waited until he was well into his, quote, golden years before telling me what he really did while in the military.
What did he do?
That's what I'd like to know.
Oh, come on. You can't give us... You got to give us part two.
I know there are parents that are like that, and I hate that. I've seen that a couple of times with people that... Like my father-in-law was in Vietnam, and I kind of want to hear some of those stories. They don't necessarily volunteer them. And then I had another girl I dated, and her dad was a lieutenant colonel, and he worked on one of those missile bases with the silos where we had the nukes.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he was very tight-lipped about anything. He would not talk about.
Well, what if somebody in the military that they've been over and have done stuff, they bring up their time over there. If they open up the door of them talking about stuff, of them being in war, don't you think that you have the right at that point to say, hey, or not the right, but I feel comfortable enough to say, so tell me about what went on over there.
I think it's two different things. I think if it's about your own, what you witnessed in battle, you can say all that stuff, but I think for a lot of people, it really is too scarring that they don't want to relive it, and so they don't want to talk about it for that reason. I think when you work for one of the missile bases and you're in command like he was, that you can't say anything because you will be tried for treason and you'll be talking about life in prison.
Yeah.
And I don't think that ever expires even on your deathbed.
Well, I can see if something terrible, you went through something terrible, you don't want to talk about that. But some people do, I feel. If they're opening up a little bit.
So I don't push it for that reason.
Yeah, I hear you, but
I'm all of a sudden to snap back into a flashback and
I'm
it's all
so
because of me.
into it. I want to hear it though.
Yeah. Somebody else texted in and said, yeah, my mom admitted to me that she cheated on my dad with his best friend, and I am actually his best friend's daughter.
Whoa.
His best friend's daughter. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on here, and you find out like right at the end. Do you want to know? Would you want to know, or would you rather have your parents die with the secret?
No, I would want to know the truth. You got to find the truth, even though how painful it may be. You need it. You need it.
Okay. Somebody else said my mom had always told me that she was a virgin until she got married, but I found out that she was actually pregnant with me when my parents got married.
I think there's a lot of lies like that. Oh yeah, me and your father got married.